Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are gonna be revisiting, re-experiencing my favorite items in my closet, my absolute go-to wardrobe must-haves. These are gonna be all of my most worn pieces or favorite pieces from 2022. I've got a list right here of everything listed out from bags, shoes, tops, bottoms, jackets, dresses, and then I've got a little list of some rogue items that kind of slid in that I couldn't really place in a category. But when I originally was thinking about doing this video, I was thinking maybe it'd be fun to like show you guys all the pieces and like hold them up and then try them on. And then I was really like going through all of my photos in my camera roll from this last year to even figure out like what did I just wear over and over and over again. And I decided that I think it actually would be the most beneficial to see basically just like photos of me wearing the pieces over and over again, styled a bunch of different ways, versus just showing you guys one way that my favorite item is styled. So I am going to be going through this list with y'all, showing you guys my favorite things that are styled up in photos throughout this entire last year. I had so much fun going through my camera roll and just seeing what I gravitated towards the most this past year. If you guys are new to my channel, I will have everything listed out like usual in the description box as much as I can. We have a lot of items, so I'm thinking that they're not gonna all fit in the description box, so be sure to head to the blog post that will be in coordination with this video. Every single video I do has a blog post. If I mention it in the video, it has a blog post, and you can find that blog post in the description box and pinned in the comments, and that's where everything is typically linked out in the order that I talk about it, with photos, so that you guys can actually see what items I'm sharing versus like digging through the description box and trying to match up what the item's called with what it looks like. So that is a resource for y'all. It's always available. You can find it on my website at any time. You can find old blog posts that correlate with past videos. All my styling videos have blog posts as well. But we are gonna go ahead and jump on in. I've got so many good things. A lot of these are probably gonna be really predictable because obviously these are my favorites. So if you watch any of my styling videos or you follow me on Instagram, you have seen these pieces before. So none of these should be too much of a surprise unless you're relatively new here. Also, my 2022 favorites video collective will be linked in the description box as well if you want to see my other favorites like beauty and home and all that stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with bags because bags are probably my weakness. So if you guys watched my 2020 favorites video, walk
out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine.
Where I went over not just my favorite fashion from 2022, but my favorite beauty and home and all that stuff. You guys know that my top bag, which is like a designer bag, is the Celine Ava bag, and this is a bag that I got in New York on a really special trip. It was a work trip, and I think it's my favorite mostly because there's a really sweet memory tied to the bag. This was just such a surprise to me of how much I really love this bag and how much of a statement this bag is. I found this bag really fun to style up casually because it is just like a moment itself, because it has the really big bold Celine logo on it. It just speaks for itself, and so this was a bag that I just feel like doesn't need any help being special. So this one really came in as like my favorite new bag. Favorite bag that is not designer this past year, by far the Lululemon belt bag. This was such a hot bag in 2022. I feel like it just took the world by storm, and I have recently become such a sucker for trends. It is just one of the most functional bags. I find myself gravitating towards this bag a lot for everyday use when I don't want to have to baby a bag, or I want it close to me, or I want something that's relatively small. This bag is easy to throw on, plus like it's so on trend right now, so you feel so cute wearing it, even if it's just with your athleisure. Probably one of my most worn bags just consistently, and I can see this being my most worn bag probably for years and years and years to come, is my vintage Chanel double flap. I have the small one, and I got this at the end of 2020 2021, but in 2022 I wore it continually anytime I had an event or I was going to like a nice dinner. And really you can dress down the Chanel double flap. I mean, obviously just like one of the most classic bags of all time, so it is not a hard bag to style up at all. You can wear it with sweats and a t-shirt and it just elevates any look. Another bag that I wore so much this last year again is my Celine Nano tote. I got my Celine Nano luggage in 2021 as well, but I wore it nonstop in 2022 because it just holds so much. It also is a more durable leather, so it's a bag that I feel like I can throw a bunch of stuff in and really not have to worry about it at all. So typically when I'm traveling, if I want to take a nice bag that I don't have to worry about, I'll take my Celine Nano luggage. One of the bags that I continually grab for on like a day-to-day basis, especially for like casual outfits, is the Free People Hudson sling bag. This is a bag that I don't know what it is about this bag, but I'm always gravitating towards it whenever I'm going on a trip and I don't want anything like on me. And I actually had this bag before my Lululemon belt bag, so it's a very similar concept. The one thing that I will say about the Hudson sling bag is that it is slightly bigger, so I was able to fit my camera in there. So it really is a super functional bag. It has lots of little different compartments. And then another bag that I wore continually, and I don't even think I realized I wore this over and over again until I saw my camera roll, was my Madewell medium woven tote. I took that thing on all my trips. I just love that tote bag. I think it's just a really unique take on just like the classic Madewell tote, and I really liked the medium size for everyday use. My laptop doesn't fit in it, so I didn't use it as a work bag, but I really liked having it on trips or on days where I wanted like to carry a sweatshirt with me or just extra items that I wouldn't be able to fit in a smaller purse. On to shoes. Guys, I think my most worn pair of shoes this entire last year, and this is actually like a year after year thing because I've had these for a long time, are the Everlane court sneakers. I don't know what it is about this specific sneaker, but I choose it repeatedly over a lot of my other sneakers. And what's funny enough is that Madewell also has something called a court sneaker, and that's my second most worn like cute tennis shoe. I actually have my Hoka's as my like favorite like athletic tennis shoe, and these ones are the, I think, Bondi 8s, which are no longer available. I think they came out with an updated version, but these ones I would say are like the perfect running shoes. They became the hot girl walk shoes that a lot of people jumped on just for like casual wear. Another shoe that I have from Everlane that I really loved and wore again repeatedly this last year was the Chelsea boot from Everlane, and I actually got the black pair of the Chelsea boot, and I found myself wearing those a lot just because the black leather, I felt like you didn't have to really baby at all, and I love the fact that they have a rubber sole, so they are great for like wearing in the snow, and they're a really comfortable boot. I have a couple pairs of Aloha shoes on this list because I just love Aloha. So I definitely wore the tall white boots. I don't even know what the name of these are called, and like I said, they'll be linked in the description box in the order that I talk about them. They'll also be in the blog post in the order that I talk about them. But these boots I wore so much this past year because I really got into wearing skirts, and I really love pairing these boots with dresses as well. So these are like my go-to boots if I want a taller boot for like a dress in the winter or even the spring. I feel like they just go with so many different things. And I got the off-white color, which I found are just really versatile no matter what time of year, but they have, I think, like 10 or 12 different colors. I will say if you are shorter than 5'2", they are a really tall boot, so they'll kind of cut underneath your knee in the back. But if you're 5'2" or any taller than that, they'll work perfectly, and you're gonna love them as much as I do, I promise. Another pair of Aloha shoes that I wore the heck out of, and honestly to death, are the heels with the brown straps, and again, I don't know what these are called, so I'm so sorry, but they are these brown suede heels. They have a chunky heel, so they're super comfortable to walk in. They are the heel that I always gravitate towards if I am wearing something all day long. I love these heels. I love the color that I got them in, but of course they come in other colors, and really good quality. I wore them so much when I was going through my photos, I was honestly alarmed by how much I wore these shoes. Another shoe that I wore over and over again this last year, which are not like super cute, but really functional, are my Birkenstocks. I wore them basically all spring and summer, and I wore them into fall too, and honestly now I wear them with socks, and they are just as comfortable as people say they are. And I know I'm like so late on the Birkenstock like trend, and I know now actually the Birkenstocks that are in are the ones that are like the closed-toed ones, but I just love the sandal Birkenstock. I just think they're the easiest shoe to throw on, and they like mold to your feet, so they're super comfy. My most worn shoe in the fall, by far, the suede Western booty from Madewell. I feel like I didn't wear any other boots this fall other than those, because the shade of taupe that they are worked with basically every single outfit. They were so comfortable. They had the pointed toe, so they like elongate the legs. They also looked really, really cute with dresses, and they were super comfy. Like, even though they have a little bit of a heel, I found that I could wear them all day long and be really comfy in them. So those are probably like my most worn fall winter shoes. A shoe that came into my life this last year that I could have never predicted loving as much as I do are my Ginny Kane potato shoes. That's what I call them, because right now the Birkenstock potato shoes are really, really in, and they're kind of like a similar concept. Mine have the like fur lining in them, so they're really, really cozy, and I know that they're like a really casual shoe, kind of like the Birkenstock, but in like fall and winter, all I want to wear are cozy things. Like, that's why I'm wearing a hoodie right now, is because I just could not bring myself to put on a real bra and dress up. Now on to tops. Probably one of my most worn tops, which is an absolute basic piece, but I found that this is like one of my most worn pieces, is the Everlane Pima micro rib turtleneck. And I actually just ended up ordering this turtleneck in a couple other basic colors because I just found that this turtleneck fits really, really well. I love the thickness of it. It's a really, really good fitted turtleneck to wear underneath jackets or underneath crew necks or underneath sweaters. I wanted to go through my phone and look back at like every single photo from 2022 because I knew that I wouldn't remember a lot of the stuff that I wore in the spring and summer, and so I'm so glad I did, because one of the things that I wore a ton in the spring and early summer were linen button downs, and I actually found that Abercrombie and Fitch and then also Everlane had some really, really great linen button downs. So in the spring I wore the Abercrombie & Fitch oversized tweed button-up shirt so much, and I wore it closed, like tucked into denim, but I also wore it open and wore it over my tanks whenever we went to the beach. I think it was like March. When we were at the beach in March, it was still a little bit chilly, and I just loved having button-up tops to wear over my tanks. This is more of like a style that was one of my favorites from last year, was just wearing linen lightweight button-up tops over my tanks. One thing that I noticed too when I was going back through my photos is that I don't think I even realized, but I was wearing striped sweaters, like black and white striped sweaters, back in the spring and early spring, which I don't think I even realized that I did that, because I feel like I started like gravitating towards striped pieces in the fall. That's when I started incorporating more into my styling videos, my hauls. But when I was going through my photos, I realized that I actually wore that style a couple times in the spring earlier this year. So I love the like black and white striped sweaters. So this one is really random, but when I was going through my photos, I realized I wore this top a lot. It's the Walmart Free Assembly women's boxy cardigan, and I feel like I discovered late 2021 that a cute turtleneck underneath a cardigan is like a really like fun way to wear and layer up sweaters, and that's something that I feel like I leaned into more like this past year, was putting turtlenecks underneath sweaters. And one of the sweaters that I wore a lot actually was this green cardigan from Walmart. Another piece that I realized I wore the heck out of only by going through my photos is the Petal and Pup Gemma V-neck tank top. And I wore the camel one more than I wore the green one. I got both, but this tank top just was really flattering and I loved the shade of camel. And I found that I just wore it a ton with shorts. I wore it with cardigans layered over it. I wore it by itself. This is just a really great tank top that I just wore a lot. So it's in my favorites. Another top that I wore a lot just based on going through my photos is the Madewell Kindle button-up front crop sweater in chocolate brown. This was the year of chocolate brown for me, and honestly I'm probably gonna carry it into 2023 because I just love this color so much right now. This tank, I guess I just wore it a lot and that's why it's in my favorites. It's a really flattering top. I love the color of it. It's ribbed, it has buttons down the front, it's Madewell, so it ticks all the boxes of why it would be in my favorites. Another tank top that I feel like I wore a lot of was the Free People solid ribbed Grammy is what it's called. I don't know. It's just this black V-neck tank that I really loved the fit of. It has wide enough straps to where I could wear my True & Co bra underneath it. And it also was the perfect crop. Like it wasn't too cropped to where it was like showing your stomach, but you also like didn't have to tuck it in. So for some reason this tank was just something that I gravitated to a lot, and I honestly want to get it in a couple more colors. I think it comes in maybe like 4 or 5 different colors, but I have the black one and I wore it so much this last year. If you guys watch my 2022 favorites video, you already know that this is going to be included in this video. My Anine being sweatshirts. I actually have 2 now, and I think if I had to pick, it would be the darker gray Anine Bing sweatshirt. However, I really love the light gray one as well. The light gray one is a little bit more structured, it's a little bit thicker. The darker gray one feels like it's been lived in for years. Like it is so soft and it just drapes on the shoulder really nicely. I love the look of honestly both of them layered over a turtleneck, but I discovered Anine Bing this last year and I'm all in on the brand. I love a brand, so if it has a logo, I'm probably down. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am, and I just think the Anine Bing style is so cool. It's so like sporty and casual, and I really like the pieces. So very big fan of the 2 sweatshirts that I have. I hope to acquire more Anine Bing in the next year. I also hope I'm saying it right. Still don't really know. Another brand that I came across in 2022 and instantly fell in love with when I felt the quality and just saw the fit was Jenni Kayne, and this is a brand that I had never heard of until last year, and I now own 3 cardigans and a pair of shoes from Jenni Kayne, and I just absolutely adore these pieces. They're obviously investments, they're cashmere, but her cardigans are truly the most beautifully made, perfect silhouette cardigan. When you're thinking of like a slouchy, oversized, cozy cardigan, I now think of Jenni Kayne, and like Jenni Kayne feels like the standard of like what I hope to find in an oversized cardigan. So I just really love her pieces, and you really cannot go wrong with any of them. If you just look at the site, everything looks so cozy and inviting and just like peaceful, and I just love the aesthetic of her brand. So that is a fun brand that I discovered this last year that I hope to like continue with this next year. One of my favorite sweaters, actually honestly a couple of my favorite sweaters came from Abercrombie this last year. The Boucle Dolman sweater, and this is a sweater that I've worn pretty recently because I got it pretty recently, but it's something that I put it on and I was like, fits so well. It is a boat neck sweater. So it has like this like wider neck, it lays on the shoulders beautifully. It's like a boucle type of knit where it's just like super soft and like cozy feeling, and it's a sweater that I just feel really elegant in every single time that I wear it. And then another thing that I really loved this past year is kind of more so, like I said, like a style concept, was my chocolate brown cardigan. And I got a couple of them. I had one from Revolve that was a little bit longer, and then I had one that was cropped and came as a set from Abercrombie. And I actually ended up wearing the Abercrombie one more because it was a smaller sweater, so I ended up like, you know, putting it in a bag and taking it with me if I wanted to throw on like a light knit. But I obviously fell in love with chocolate brown this last year, and I loved my chocolate brown cardigans. And it's funny because I don't think that that was something that I was gonna put in this video, but then when I was going through all of my photos and looking at all of my outfits from this past year, I saw the chocolate brown cardigan pop up a lot, so I felt like I had to include it. Now on to bottoms, and I'm actually so excited about this category because I feel like 2022 was the year of me stepping out and trying new bottoms. And I feel like if you are in a style rut and you're like, I really feel like I want to switch up my style, but I don't really know how, start with a pair of bottoms, because I've always been the type of person in the past to gravitate towards a great pair of denim. If you want to like break into a new style and really like elevate the tops that you have, really elevate your style as a whole, I think a great place to start is actually your bottoms and not the tops. I feel like if you throw on a really cool pair of cargo pants or a really cool trouser or a pair of faux leather pants and a t-shirt, you've automatically just like upped your style game. My first pair of favorite most worn bottoms from 2022, by far, the Abercrombie & Fitch women's vegan leather 90s straight pants. Guys, this is an obvious one. If you have been on my channel for like the last month even, you've seen me wear these pants multiple times. These are so good, and so good for so many reasons. One, they are an incredible fit. I love the straight leg. That's obviously been really in this past year. They come in chocolate brown and also black and like your standard colors. They also are the most flattering high-waisted fit. They just fit everywhere you want them to fit. They're a great price point. They go on sale pretty frequently, and they're just so good. A couple of these pairs that are on this list are gonna be Abercrombie, which takes me to my next segment, which are the Abercrombie Fitch tailored straight leg pants. Mine are the camel version, and I probably have too many photos of me wearing these pants because they are just the most flattering pants. And I put these on here instead of the wide leg because if we're being like 100% honest, these are the pants to get. If you're like between all of their different tailored pants, they have so many different styles right now on their website. I think where you should start are the tailored relaxed straight pants. You're just gonna get so much wear out of them. I wear them with sneakers, I wear them with heels, I wear them to events, I wear them casually with hoodies. I love this pant. Another incredible pant that has kind of slotted in my favorites year after year have been the Everlane Dream Pant. And I think at this point they maybe have 4 or 5 different colors of the Everlane Dream Pant. And I've talked about these pants before, but they're basically like wearing a pair of sweatpants, but they look like a trouser. So that's one thing that's different between Abercrombie's trousers and the Dream Pant, is that the Dream Pant truly just feels like sweats. They are elastic around the waist, a really elevated sweatshirt material. You can wear them to nice places and nice events. Like I wore them to speak at a conference that was very corporate feeling. They're so versatile, but they look so elevated even though they're the most comfortable pants on earth. Favorite shorts, which is again why I'm glad I went through my phone, because I was literally only gonna do like all of my jeans and long pants, but I was like, wait, this year I also wore shorts. The Agoldi shorts, the D short. I have 2 pairs now. I have one of the blue, the light blue shades, and then I also have the black, and I just love the fit of these shorts. Super high-waisted, not too short, but also not too long. First time getting into a Agoldi was this last year, and I'm sold on the brand. I love the fit of their shorts, and that's why I have 2 pairs now, because I just really like them, and I find myself wearing them kind of the most of like all my shorts. Either those or the Madewell Perfect jean short. Those are probably like my second most worn pair. Favorite jeans for this past year, I have 3 pairs. The first pair are the Abercrombie Fitch Ultra High Rise Straight Jean, or the Ultra High. There's so many different names for these jeans. Give me 1 second. The Abercrombie Fitch 90s Ultra High Rise Straight Jeans. I don't know why denim has like the longest name on earth, but these jeans are so flattering. They make your legs look super long. I get them in short, and they actually do go a little bit like past your ankle. So they're not a crop, but they look really good with heels, and they also look really great with sneakers. They are just a little bit longer. So maybe you could get extra short, or if you're regular, you could get cropped if you really want it short. However, I think that the longer jean is coming back, and it's something that I'm trying to embrace. And this is a really good segue into the longer jean without committing to the jean like covering your shoe and like bunching up at the bottom. The other pair of jeans that I really loved this last year were the Perfect Vintage wide leg jean in black. These ones, I don't know why, I really loved the fit and the silhouette of these jeans. I wore them so much in styling videos. They are a more true black than they are a washed black, so I really liked how dark they were. Really easy to style up, great length, looks good with sneakers, looks good with heels, boots, you name it. Great pair of denim, love the way they fit around the hips and the waist, and I love Madewell denim. And then the other pair of Madewell jeans that I wore a ton and that I included in my 2022 favorites video. Hold on, I gotta find them. There's so many freaking pair of jeans right now. Where are they? Where are you, Janes? Are the Perfect Vintage straight jean in Kingsbury wash knee rip edition. These ones are so cute. I always get compliments in these jeans. They just fit really well. They're a straight pair of denim, but very comfy. They feel broken in, and they have that Perfect Vintage jean fit to them where they fit really well in the waist and the booty. One pair of shorts that I did not even know I fell in love with this much this last year were the Abercrombie & Fitch cloud short. No, they're not the cloud shorts, the Sunday shorts. These are just a pair of sweat shorts that are the perfect length, high-waisted, so cozy and cute. And I don't know, guys, something about these shorts were just, I wore them a lot and I can't even really tell you why. I just had a lot of photos of myself in these shorts on my phone. So I thought I would include these in case you're looking for a really great cozy short. Another great short from Abercrombie were the YPB lined running shorts. These ones I really loved for running, but also just for everyday wear. They're lined on the inside as like a biker short lining, not just like a underwear lining. High-waisted and a really good price point. So like I said, this last year I got into like skirts, cuter shorts other than like denim shorts, and skirts and all that good stuff. So one of my favorite bottoms was the Petal and Pup Roxy Faux Wrap Skirt, and I'm hoping that this is still available because this is so cute. I love dressing this up with cute tops. It's just like a little wrap skirt, but they're shorts. Moving to the more casual side of things, flare leggings. I've talked about this before, but flare leggings are back in full force, and if you are against the flare legging, that's totally fine. I was against it for 8 months of the year, and then I went all in on the flare legging. I actually just did a huge order from Lululemon, which I'm gonna be doing a full Lululemon styled try on haul for y'all very soon. And I ended up getting 2 pairs of flares from Lululemon because I just love my Madewell flare leggings so much. I wanted a pair of Lululemons, so I got the Lululemon flare, and then I also got the mini flare as well. Last bottom that I feel like you should add to your wardrobe if you're looking to switch up your style, and it's not too late for these, cord pants. That's it. They're so cute. They basically are like wearing jeans. They're really comfortable and they dress up any look. I got 2 pairs of cord that I just adore this last year, and they're both from Madewell. They're the Perfect Vintage jean in, well, not Perfect Vintage jean, but like Perfect Vintage straight silhouette of a cord pant. So super high-waisted. I love the fit, the look, the color. Cord, guys, don't sleep on cord. Moving on to jackets. My most worn jacket probably this year is the Free People Dolman jacket. This is a quilted jacket. I think I've maybe included this in past favorites. It's a really casual piece. However, the fit of it is so good. It's like so slouchy and cozy and casual. And it's a jacket that is also a super heavy weighted jacket. So it just feels like really great quality, super warm, easy to layer over sweaters, sweatshirts, all that good stuff. Comes in a bunch of colors. Really cute. Casual though. The other favorite jacket from Free People is the packable puff jacket. I have this in 2 colors, black and purple, and it's just a great puffer jacket. I wouldn't say it's like super thick and warm, but it is really collapsible and it is so light to travel with. It's perfect for throwing over vests, over sweaters, over other jackets, over like pullovers, zip ups. Next jacket that I wore a ton this last year is the Madewell washed leather motorcycle jacket. And I have two leather jackets. I have one that's more cropped, but this one is more of a kind of like oversized, like straight fit. I love this leather jacket. If you don't have a leather jacket in your wardrobe, I'd highly recommend one, even a faux leather jacket. I just think that they are such a classic staple to a wardrobe, and I love that you can dress them up, wear them over dresses, wear them over skirts, wear them with a heeled boot, but you can also really dress them down. I love wearing my leather jacket over a hoodie and like sneakers, just a really cool girl style. Another jacket from Madewell that I wore a lot this last year and had so much fun styling up is the Montrose belted trench coat from Madewell. And this was my first true trench coat, and I just think a trench is a really great addition as well. You can easily wear it into the spring. It's a more lightweight jacket, so I feel like during the winter it's not necessarily super warm, but it's great for layering over sweaters, and I just think that a trench is a classic piece. I'd say my most worn coat this year is actually an older piece from Abercrombie, and they just came out with the the updated version of what it is. I think it's called the dad coat now, but I don't remember what my specific version is called because it's a couple years old. But I wore my beige kind of like oversized coat from Abercrombie a ton, and you can never go wrong with a beige or tan coat. It goes with everything. Last outerwear piece is the Lululemon Wonder Puff vest, and this is something that I hesitated getting for like a really long time because I was like, I don't know if I want to spend that much on a puffer vest. Is this a trend? Will I wear it? And I'm so glad that I got it because the cream Wonder Puff vest has not been back in stock very much. And if it has, it's been like very limited quantity. But I love this vest. I did a whole video on how to style a puffer vest, and I just found that I wear it a lot over sweaters, sweatshirts. I wear it underneath my packable puff from Free People. It's a really fun layering piece, and it's actually pretty dang warm. So I love my puffer vest. Now on to dresses. There's not a lot in this category. This one slid in. When I mean last minute, I mean like the last week of December. It's the Revolve Nadia dress. And this is a beautiful cotton dress, and the silhouette of this dress, guys, is so unique. I have not seen something that just sparks as much joy as this dress does when I put it on. I love layering like a cardigan over the shoulder. I think this dress would be so cute with sheer tights and like a cute booty, but also because it's a cotton piece, you can easily wear this into the spring. Something about this dress just felt very right, and I had to include it, even though it feels like I'm kind of a poser with this being like literally the last week of December being a favorite, but you just know when you love a piece, you know? Another dress that I really, really loved from this past year is the Revolve Monet dress in tan. And this is a dress that is just like a knit dress. There's so many knit dresses out there, but for some reason, this knit dress just fits really, really well. This was a really, really flattering dress that I felt amazing in. Another dress that I really, really loved this last year is from Petal and Pup, and they actually are like one of my favorite places to find dresses because they have so many. It's the Emmy dress, and this one's really beautiful. It has an open back, a square neckline, these beautiful florals. It has like ruffles in the base of it. Just very, very elegant and really pretty. I love that dress. Last category, which is the miscellaneous category, my Target socks. I included these in my 2022 favorites video, but they are some of my most worn accessories. Like, these socks are incredible, and they honestly took y'all by storm because I think like, I don't know how many of y'all bought them, but when I posted them on Instagram, you guys went after these socks. Like, they are so cute. They're scallops, they're waffle knit. They come in packs of 3 neutral colors. So one of my favorite accessories from this past year. Another very random miscellaneous item were my sunglasses, and I have 2 pairs. So in my 2022 favorites, I included the Ray-Ban Chromance sunglasses, which were my top favorite. And then I think what slots in under those are these sunglasses from Crew. These are I think they're called the Clio nylon sunglasses. Another random miscellaneous item that I am obsessed with and that you guys are obsessed with. is my snowsuit from Free People. This is something that I was like so back and forth on ordering, but I am so glad that I got this because I've already worn it so much between skiing and then also going up to Michigan. I love this thing. I've had such a hard time finding a flattering snow outfit because obviously if you do like the whole pants and bottoms, you end up looking like a teen boy. At least I do because I'm so short. This snowsuit is so cute and it is, I think, 100% worth it. Last item, miscellaneous random thing that I loved this last year, robes. And I'm honestly taking that into this year. I'm calling 2023 the year of the robe because I love my robe. I got this robe from Walmart and I wear it, not kidding you guys, like almost every single day. Whenever I get out of the shower and I'm like, I need to self-tan or I need to like apply lotion, I throw on my robe and then I end up just wearing it like most of the morning. I love my robe and it's something that just feels like a little luxury during the day, and I look forward to my cozy robe every day. But those are all of my 2022 fashion favorites, wardrobe favorites, most worn clothing items. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, every single thing will be listed out in the blog post that you can find in the description box and pinned in the comments. I know that was a long list, but I hope that this video was fun for you guys to watch. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite wardrobe item was. I would love to discover new things this year. Like I've said in past videos, I'm expanding my style. I'm trying new brands. I'm just trying to switch up my style. As 27, I'm just like, this is the year that I'm continuing to rediscover what I love about fashion. And so I'd love to hear y'all's recommendations. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you back on my channel for some more outfit videos, styling videos, how-to tutorials, and all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next one really, really soon. Bye guys.